Good morning, Facebook, Instagram family. Come on board. Thank you for joining me for another episode, Back to the World. We're on our Sonetquity Book Club platform. Thank you guys for joining as well. And for all those who are joining me on Tony Ford, Billionaires Roundtable Conference. Thank you for joining. Any music that you may hear in the background, we don't own the rights to. But if you have any comments, questions, anything that you care to share, hit us in the boxes down below. And join in, share your experience. I want to say that each Wednesday night, 7 p.m., join us on our podcast, Billionaires Roundtable Conference, presented to you by Sonetquity Publishing and Bookclub. Okay, as we discuss all things business, everything we discuss, everything that all of our platforms shares, but we look at the assessing the monetary value and how to more or less turn this into a business. Okay, so that's pretty much what we do. I mean, we talk about just about everything, man. If you're an influencer, if you are an inventor, if you're a creator, if you're a finance wizard, whatever it may be, we just tell you the best possible way to approach monetizing that project. Man, I tell you, I'm gonna give some of you guys a chance to come on, but what's interesting is this, man. Our platform, man, we've been doing it now for 4.5, 5 years, and we haven't deviated. But it's we're like Viagra, and I don't mean in the latter sense, where it keeps us erect. More or less that in the beginning, our platform was created one way, just as Viagra was created for one way, to keep up the flow of the blood, the blood circulation, the whole bit, to unclog clots, if you will. That was the purpose of Viagra. But, in the process of creating this and testing it, it was found that Viagra, all that clot or the excess blood would go to one particular organ, and the rest is history. So before you know it, Viagra is not promoted. It's not promoted and marketed as alleviating blood clots. For the most part, it's marketed as creating one. So sometimes things, and it's the story that goes with Avon Skin So Soft. Avon Skin So Soft was created to be a bath oil, for the smell and the perfume of it. But somebody wore it over in the Middle East, and it repelled the desert flies, right? So their sales were sporadic amongst the public. But when the military saw that this would alleviate a lot of the desert flies, they went into a contract with Avon, and I wouldn't be so far off if I was to say that because of that contract, it breathed it bred fresh air into the Avon industry. So Avon basically stayed alive and kicking. They were on life support, if you will, and to get that contract from the U.S. military, I mean, God, it gave them a new lease on life. Well, that's what's happening with Sonetquity, our platform for Sonetquity. Our platform was built to embrace a particular function, if you will, without going too deep into it. But what we deemed it the wealth building program, and it was somewhat slow to get off. So we have not disappeared, or we have not cast out our wealth building program from the financial freedom standpoint. But what we have done, we had to pivot. So we had to change the picture, if you will, but not the frame. So where we were in the process of having members to join and pay a monthly subscription fee of $65. And many wondered, well, what am I getting for $65? I'm paying you a month. What am I getting? Well, you were getting the book of the month. You were in a book club, right? And for every month that you pay your membership fee, you would get whatever book that has been selected nationally as the book of the month. Okay? But there was a process, and it was a referral program, if you will, where each member would refer and sign up 5 members for 5 levels. And you would still be a member of that book club, but what would happen in the process, you would earn residual income. You will be paid a commission, right? It's a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful platform, and it works. What doesn't work is that a lot of people just can't see the vision, and sometimes you have to take your time, and you have to feed. And I don't mean bullshit, but sometimes you have to feed a person their nutrition in their dessert. So what we did, we pivoted. So now what we ask that every one of you that's on Sonetquity Book Club page on Facebook and Instagram, what we ask now is that you guys sign on. In a minute, we're going to ask you to sign on with your email. We're going to ask you to confirm it so you get a membership number, right? You get an ID number. Right now, we're not asking that. We're just asking you to come and get familiar with what it is that we're doing. Come get a feel of what it is that we have to offer. So now you sign up, and we're asking that as a member on Facebook and Instagram, if you're already a member of a book club, other than our book club, if you're a personal member of a book club that you physically attend, or that you go in a group chat, we're asking that you come to our platform and you share the ideas and the thoughts that you may have in your book club. You share with us a book that you've selected for that month, and you give us a little bit about the book, what you take from it. Then we have a Q&A. And if any of you are authors, we're asking that you get with our administration and let us know that you have a book that you want to discuss nationally, a book that you want to talk about. And as an author, what was your motivation? What was the driving force that caused you that brought you to penning this particular book? And then get some ideas on helping us to help the audience. And see, as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be the first to admit I am a voracious reader, and I've never been a part of an actual or physical book club to where we had different events, we had different promos, we had different contests, the whole bit. During my incarceration, I was a part of a book club, Hamilton and several others, and I just received I received a group of books each month because we couldn't. Obviously, I had no way of contacting the book club physically or directly, so I was a member of the newsletters book club. So each month I get maybe 5 or 6 books, and there was a minimum fee that we had to pay, and I would get the books at a discount to continue to be a member, and they would just pick randomly. I would let them know my favorite genre of reading. So I would get maybe 5 books, and out of the 5 books, 3 books may be of the genre that I fancy the most, and the other 2 or 3 books would be books that they feel that will become bestsellers, or either these books were already bestsellers. And I come across a lot of magnificent books and authors that I wasn't aware of, and many of them were some, excellent authors. So, sometimes don't get stuck in one genre. Just kind of experiment a bit. So, what we're asking now, and we're asking for input from our audience and from our members that have signed up. And I know many of you, I'm asking that you get with our admin, Mr. Reggie Bateman or myself, and let us know. We're interested in anyone that has the will, the desire, and the experience at hosting and actually manning or operating, if you will, a book club and a book club podcast. This is a platform that I built, but I'm just going to be honest with you. You can tell by the way I'm pausing and everything, man. And if you will, we need someone that has the personality and the energy, if you will. I know what it is that we're looking for. I just can't give it to you. I'm trying to articulate it at this point in time, and you see it's somewhat difficult. But we need someone that can, go on the air live and bring all of our members on either a Zoom call, or have everyone just go to have everyone sign up and go to our podcast on that particular evening or night when we will do it regularly. And when, it's just like Sunday morning. You know what I mean? It's coming and it's going to be easy. And then we want your participation. We want your thoughts. We want your comments. We want your critiques. And we want someone that can handle that can navigate that, right? And what we ask is this. We are a small, privately owned book club. Obviously, we're black, but we want to sell you your book, regardless of what your genre, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your gender, whatever your book is. And, a lot of people say, well, I want to choose Amazon. I go to Amazon. Why? Because they offer this. And Amazon is a behemoth. We are a David to their Goliath. But the same company, the same business that distributes Amazon books, they're the same ones that distribute ours. What makes us different here at Sonetquity is that every book that we sell, at least 30% of all sales goes to a mom and pop bookstores. All of the bookstores that are in malls or in strip centers, or let's say someone that you may know may have a neighborhood bookstore. And you enjoy going to this bookstore, but sometimes it may be a bit inconvenient. But you continue to want that bookstore to stay in business because they do good business. Well, everyone that shops with us, a percentage of all book sales goes to those bookstores. Okay? And right now, since the company that is our distributor, since we have been in partnership together, they have raised over $37 million that's distributed throughout the U.S. to mom and pop bookstores. Okay? So we're asking that. We're not asking anything that you're not doing. All we want to do, and I don't like to use the term persuade, we want to resonate and invite you. We want you to choose. But we're asking that you purchase all of your monthly reads, all of your other gifts, and everything that's in the literary circles. We want you to purchase that from us. Okay? And our website is www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. Okay? That's www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. Go to our site, key in any book that you may want to read, or you already know the title. If you don't know the title, just go through our catalog. Browse, scroll down, go through our catalog, listed by genre, and see what we have available. All right? And I'm sure that we have something for you in your reading taste. This is a good read that I have right here. You can purchase this from our store. This title is called Power versus Force. I mean, it is a very good read. I've read it. And this book is by David R. Hawkins, MD, PhD. All right? Power versus Force. Very good read, ladies and gentlemen. Go to our site, purchase your read. And we would love it, man, if all of our readers, all of our members, everybody that has signed up on board, if you'd start purchasing your books from us. Okay? And man, it will really make it'll not just make our day, it'll make our business. But coming to you in the future, man, we want to have everything that a book club has to offer. We want to do your publishing, right? Turn your manuscripts into books, right? Then turn your books, if you will, into a movie script that will later be turned into a movie, right? These are the things that we want to do. And, there are so many things, as I said, I'm learning. It's a learning process. I love reading. I've been a reader all my life. I've been reading books since I was 3 and 4 years old. And I still read books. Although, I get a lot of my books I get a lot of my reading most of the time online. But we have audio books, we have ebooks, and we also have Braille. Okay? We offer those books right now. And if the author has requested that his books are sold in all those different elements and what have you, then we have those books. All right. If we do not have those books in store, in stock, then it basically means that that book was not printed in those particular fields or areas. They weren't published audio. They weren't published or they weren't published in Braille. Okay? So we have that now, if that's in question. So check us out. But I want to offer something that not even... What's going on, Big Kenny? How you doing? Happy New Year's to you, brother. All right? We want to offer something to you as a reader and as a book club member that Oprah Winfrey didn't offer. Oprah gave... First of all, don't get me wrong, not to discount what Oprah gave. Because if Oprah endorsed your book, I mean, she should have simply just told everyone, go out. No, it would have been so simple because that's what she was doing. But when Oprah, when she championed your book, when she endorsed your book, it was tantamount to her going in her pockets and just handing you the money and paying you up front. Because the readers and the members of her book club, they leaned on her every word. Every book that she recommended each month. So she can make or break an author. Okay? Well, we don't want to be in the breaking of an author, but we definitely want to be in the making of one. Right? So we want to do that, but the difference is this, though. We want to do it grassroots. Let's take my brother Kenny on here, brother Kenneth Evans, right? Let's say he wrote a book. We have 500,000 members, all right? And Kenny's a member. Now, this is a part of our wealth building program, okay, if you will. Because when you reach a certain level and a certain plateau, there's only so much that we can offer you that's free, right? Or a courtesy. After that, the higher you go, there are certain things that, are involved that needs to be paid. There's a monetary value and a monetary price to it. So let's say Kenny wrote a book, and on our national platform, right, Kenny is a member of Sonetquity Book Club on our wealth building program side. So now we got 500,000 members. 500,000 members each month pays a subscription to be a member to have access to all that we have to offer. So Kenny's book has been selected as the book of the month. Right? So for that month, we offer that book to all of our subscribers. So that 1 month alone, Kenny has sold 500,000 books. We made him a #1 selling author, and he's on the New York bestsellers list. Right? So this is just one way, and this is the way our platform works. And it's sort of meshes together. We have a side where it's free to join. But then after you reach a certain level, should you choose to, it's not mandatory, right? But if you want to be a part of that elite club, then there's a $65 a month subscription fee. And there's a requirement. Now keep in mind, it's just like anything else. You are rewarded, you are compensated for sponsoring or referring 5 members. It's not mandatory that it's 5. Excuse me. It could be 2. It could be 10. It could be 502. Right? But our system was designed for every member to sponsor or refer 5 members for 5 levels. And you will earn a substantial residual income every month. You don't have to come out your pocket for nothing else. Right? So these are the things that we want to offer moving forward. with our book club. Okay? I just wanted to come on this morning and share this with you guys. My partner and I, we have a podcast tonight called Billionaires Roundtable Conference, and that podcast will come on. We will start in and around 7. I mean, it could be a few minutes before or it could be a few minutes after, but for the most part, 7 p.m. And we'll usually do 45 minutes, but sometimes, man, it gets so engaging and we enjoy it so much until we run over time. And what happens is our cameras are on a certain time frame, if you will, and it'll cut off on us on that designated pre-recorded time. But man, I enjoy you guys. I talked to a few of my cohorts last night, man, and many of you are still under house arrest from getting out on Trump's bill that he passed a few years back. And I think that pretty soon, man, that's going to be lifted and you guys are going to be able to get out, move around, and be able to get back to what you deem a normal life and a normal lifestyle. All right? Brother Brian Rowe, Brother Milton Carby, Brother Lester McCoy. I can go on and on. Brother Ken. I think Ken is off, right? I think Ken is off. But I just want to share that with you guys. And man, all of my ex-felons and everything, man, come on board, because you know what? We know in that prison system, you know, if you can lose your mind, man. There's only so many things you can get into every day. And most of them are not good. What takes you away is when there's something that you can find interesting and something that changes, something that takes you away from that environment. And what does that? Reading. Right? The prison library, it only goes so far. And what happens after so long, different libraries donate books to the penal system, but they're not being distributed equally. So what happens is many of the inmates would buy books, and once they buy the books and it's a good read and it's a popular read, they will pass it amongst themselves throughout the system. So as I said again, over 25 years, I've literally read maybe 2,500 books or better. That's right at 100 books a month. A month. That's right at, I wish I did. That's right at 100 books a year. And some years I probably surpassed that, but it balances out to right around 100 books a year. And I tell you, it helped me hold on to what little bit of sanity I had. It helped me keep that. It kept me sane. It kept me sated. It kept me grounded. It kept me in the know. It kept me up with technology. It made me aware of mental health. It kept me informed about the law and the changings of the law. It helped me with my spirituality. Reading is the only thing that's going to give you all of the above. All right? So for family members that are listening, that have relatives that are incarcerated, you want to put them on the list. You want to purchase them a book a month, 2 books a month. Right? And you place your orders with us. All we need, first and foremost, we need their name and their registration number. When you give us their name and their registration number, you give us the address to the facility that they're in. And then you send us the name of the book. You purchase the book and you give all that information. You can do it online. And we will do the rest for you. They can only receive books that's coming directly from a publishing company. All right? You used to send it from your house. You can't do that anymore. I mean, everything has morphed into something different, but they still will let you get books in if it comes directly from the publishing company. And we mail those books directly inside the system from our publishing company. Okay? So that's for ex-felons. That's for family members that have relatives that are still incarcerated. And for you guys that got the jack, you know what to do, man. Order your books from www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. This is very important. You must add Sonetquity to the end of that link. And that assures us to get your business. All right? You guys go out and have a great day, man. We have a slight overcast, and it's cool outside. We don't have no slight overcast. Actually, the skies are gray, and the clouds are hanging low. There's no humidity, but it's pretty nippy outside. Okay, so that's the weather for the day. You guys go out and have a great day, man. Thank you guys for coming on. All right? Peace.